Class 8th Geography. Chapter number 5, Agriculture. Hello everyone and welcome back to your social science class. This video is the continuation of chapter in geography, chapter number 5, agriculture. So in this video, we are going to learn about the types of farming. So let's start. As you all know that the environmental condition in the world is not same everywhere, due to which the various types of farming have developed. Due to the difference in the geographical conditions, historical background, different types of farming is practiced in different places. So, on the basis of the geographical conditions, demand of products, labor, level of technology, we can classify farming into the different types. The first and the important type of farming is subsistence farming. Now, what is subsistence farming? It is the farming which is carried out by a farmer to satisfy the needs of his family alone. Means in this farming, the farming is done by the farmer to satisfy the needs of his own family. If in this farming, whatever is produced is used by the farmer, then nothing is left for the sale. In this type of farming, the farmers they use the primitive methods and technology in the field, and they do not use any hired labor. Only the members of the family they work together on the field. The farming is mainly done by the usage of manure, and very less quantity of the chemical fertilizers are used. The production is very low, and that is the reason the farmers they are poor and their standard of living is also low. The next type of farming is shifting cultivation. Now, what is shifting cultivation? In shifting cultivation, a small area of a forest is cleared by cutting down all the trees, and the area is burned. The ashes they are mixed with the soil to make it more fertile, and then the land is used for growing crops. After the couple of years, when the land becomes less fertile, it is abandoned. Later, another such area is identified and cleared for cultivation. This type of farming is generally practiced in the regions with heavy rainfall, so that the regeneration of forest is very quick. This type of cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. It is mainly practiced in the thick forest of Northeast India, Southeast India, Amazon basin, tropical Africa. Some of the important crops which are grown through the shifting cultivation are yam, cassava, maize and potatoes. Though this type of cultivation is destructive, it is still practiced in many parts of the world, and it is known by the different local names in the different parts of the world. In northeast states of India, it is called jhuming. In Brazil, in South America, which is known as roca. In Mexico and Central America, it is called milpa. In Congo Basin, it is called mesol. And in Indonesia and Malaysia, it is known as ladang. The next type of cultivation is nomadic herding or nomadic farming. Before studying about this type of farming, you should know what is the meaning of the word nomad. Nomads, they are the tribes who move from place to place in search of the means of subsistence. Means they keep moving along with the animals that they are domesticating in search of pastures. And that is why they are known as nomadic herders. Camels, sheep, yaks, and goats, they are the animals that are most commonly reared by nomads. The animals provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and the other animal products. The seasonal migration of these herders along with their cattle is known as transhumance. Nomadic herding or farming is mainly practiced in the dry, arid, and semi-arid regions of Sahara in Africa, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. These nomadic herders, they do not have a permanent place to live. They mostly live in tents which can easily be dismantled and carried from place to place. Next type of farming is sedentary farming. As you all know that in the earlier times, people they used to move from one place to another for gathering food, for hunting, as well as a shifting cultivator. When the farmer learned to maintain the fertility of the soil, he settled down at one place. And then he also adopted some techniques like crop rotation to conserve the fertility of the soil. He developed some simple tools for cultivation, and then he also started rearing of cattle. Whenever they were having any free time, farmers they developed some of the cottage industry. Now what is cottage industry? The industry which was developed by the farmers and in which they generally used their family labor. And the resources which they used, they were also the local resources or the raw material. These activities supplemented the income of the settled farmer. Next type of farming is intensive farming. It is the type of farming where a farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and a large amount of labor. They practiced intensive methods of cultivation like using manure, artificial irrigation, better quality seeds in order to get the maximum yield from the land. It's usually possible to grow more crops on the same piece of land. One of the most important crops which is grown through intensive farming is rice. Some other crops which are cultivated, they are wheat, maize, sugarcane, pulses and oilseeds. Next type of farming is commercial farming. As the name commercial suggests, means it is basically used for selling. So, in this type of farming, the farmer cultivates the crops and rears the animals for the commercial purpose. That means for selling. The main motive of the farmer here is to make profit. Most of the work is done by machines and the area under cultivation as well as the capital involved are huge. This type of farming is mostly practiced in prairies of North America, pampas of South America, and the steppes of Eurasia. Commercial grain farming in the middle latitudes is essentially of this type. Moving ahead, the next type of farming is extensive farming. This type of farming is mostly practiced in sparsely populated area. This means where the population is very less. Where abundant means a large area is available and that is suitable for farming. The land holdings, they are usually large and the farm work is also done by machines. 1 or 2 commercial crops are generally grown. The most important crops which are grown through the extensive farming are wheat and maize. The total output which is produced is high, but the yield per hectare is low. In some regions, in winter season is long. This restricts the growing season, and in such areas only one crop can be grown. Next type of farming is mixed farming. It is a form of cultivation of food crops, fodder crops and the rearing of livestock on the same time on the same land. The combination of different primary activities here is complementary to each other and that adds to the profitability of the farmer. This type of farming is mostly practiced in the thickly populated areas of Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand and South Africa. To retain the fertility of the soil, the farmer follows a well-developed system of crop rotation. The yield is generally high and the efficient method of farming and a very quick means of transportation and a ready market in the nearby thickly populated area ensure good return to the farmers. Next is plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture was introduced by Europeans in their colonies situated in the tropical regions. In this type of cultivation, vast lands, which is also known as estates, they are brought under a single crop. Large amount of capital, cheap, skilled labor, scientific techniques, efficient transport network, and managerial and marketing skills are used. The farm produce is either processed in their factories or sold as raw material to the other industries. Some of the farm produce is also exported. Mostly a single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, rubber, banana, spices and cotton is grown. These plantations, they are managed like the industrial units. Some of the examples of this type of agriculture are rubber plantation in Malaysia, coffee plantation in Brazil, tea plantation in India and banana plantation in West Indies. And the next and the last topic is dairy farming. Now what is dairy farming? The rearing of cattle on a larger scale on the outskirts of cities to meet the demand for milk and animal products is called dairy farming. In this type of farming, scientific methods of farming are used and it also involves heavy capital investment. This type of farming has its roots in Europe, where the climate is suitable for natural pastures. Dairy farming is mainly practiced in Australia, New Zealand, Denmark, and the Netherlands in Europe and North America. At present, machines are widely used for milking, feeding, and cleaning of cattle. So with this, we come to an end of this video, as well as we come to an end of this chapter. I hope you all have understood the chapter. Thank you.